Hello, I am Dr. B.B. Rao of Usha Clinic and founder of the websites qmedicaldoubts.blogspot.in and drraghavamedicaldoubts.in. In these videos, I am providing the basic knowledge about the commonly occurring diseases for the knowledge of the general people and for the basic knowledge of medicos. In this video, I am discussing about the pyloroplasty operation for relief of peptic ulcer. Pyloroplasty is a sort of drainage operation. It is indicated in uncomplicated duodenal ulcer. Along with the vagotomy is the operation of choice. It is more physiological and maintains the normal anatomical configuration. In case of gastric ulcer, along with vagotomy may be performed provided the ulcer is excised and biopsied. In peptic perforation, when the patient is a sufferer of duodenal ulcer and the condition is not too grave to perform this operation, pyloroplasty along with vagotomy is done as a life-saving measure and also a curative measure. It is contraindicated in pyloric stenosis, and when pyloroduodenal area is scarred, fixed, and deeply placed in an obese person. Types of pyloroplasty. Two types of pyloroplasty operations are commonly used. They are Heinke-Mukulich pyloroplasty and Weinberg's modification and Finney pyloroplasty. Heinke-Mukulich pyloroplasty. Description. The access is made through midline incision to facilitate the vagotomy operation, which is mostly performed in association with the pyloroplasty. Couch's mobilization of the duodenum is first performed and an incision is made through all the pores on the anterior wall of the pyloric canal, midway between the greater and lesser curvatures starting from the 3.5 centimeters proximal to the pylorus, extending up to the 2.5 centimeters mediastinal to the pylorus on the anterior wall of the duodenum. The contents in the stomach and duodenum are aspirated and the inner walls inspected to know the position of the ulcer and to ensure that there is no stenosis distal to the incision. If the ulcer is found very near to the incision, it should be encircled and excised along with the incision. A pair of tissue forceps applied to the upper edge and one at the lower edge, both at the midpoints of the incision. These two pairs of forceps are now pulled apart so that the proximal and the distal ends of the incision approach to each other and the defect becomes vertical, thus widening the pyloric canal. Now the defect is closed using an all-port suture of 00 chromic catgut. Leaving a vertical suture line, the same catgut is used for neuromuscular Lambert stitch. Weinberg's modification. This is to close the defect with an all-port suture using a non-absorbable suture material such as silk. The interrupted stitches are used and the needle is so inserted as to prevent the navigation of the mucous membrane. Neuromuscular suture, which generally invaginates the walls of the gut, thus narrowing the pyloric canal, is not used. Finney pyloroplasty. In Finney pyloroplasty, Kocher's method is used more generously to mobilize the whole of the second part of the duodenum, so that this part of the duodenum will lie against the greater curvature of the stomach and the descending duodenum, closing the angle between the pylorus. The anterior walls of the stomach and the duodenum are incised about 5 millimeters away from the suture line along an inverted horseshoe-shaped line. The contents of the stomach and duodenum are aspirated. The position of the ulcer is determined, and if the ulcer is very close to the incision, it should be encircled and excised along with the incision. An Alport switch is used to unite the greater curved edge of the stomach to the left edge of the duodenal wall from above downwards. This stitch is continued around the corner to unite the right edge of the duodenum to the left edge of the stomach. The closure is completed with a seromuscular stitch to invasionate all the course of the suture line. This is all about the pyloroplasty operation, and in the next video we will discuss about some other diseases. Thank you.